Hey collectors, we're back with nickels. I need 16 more to fill up my childhood album. I need 20 more to fill up this album that I started this year. Stay tuned. Hey collectors, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe. We got another nickel hunt. I was able to get 40 rolls from my bank. Not bad. Just 10 rolls shy of a complete box. We've been having some pretty good luck with nickels lately. We'll get these open. We're looking for buffalo nickels. We're looking for nickels that we need to fill up gaps in the album. We're looking for upgrades. We're especially looking for silver wartime nickels. I got my microscope. I got the nickels. And I got the books. We'll take a look at the end here. Nothing really stands out, although there are a couple of really old looking ones. And this one I looked at from the side, and this looks like it's from the 1940s. So we'll get into that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this roll. And I'll bring you in if there's anything good. So right off the bat with roll one, an interesting color on this one, which sometimes indicates a silver nickel, but not always. Let's see what it is. Just a discolored nickel. All right, well, we'll go through this more carefully, and I'll bring you in if there's really anything good in here. Got fooled. Hopefully I won't get fooled again. Well, we just finished going through roll number 2, and we have our first Canadian nickel of the hunt. This one is from 1986. Hey collectors, we had a dry spell through to the 5th roll, but we have our third find of the hunt. This one's 1958 out of Denver. All right, we're in the 6th roll, and we have our first 40s find. 1941 out of Denver. Hey collectors, just opened up roll 8, and this Canadian nickel came out of it. We got 1986, so we'll add that with the other Canadian of the hunt. And I believe both of these are from 1986. And I'll keep going through this, and I'll bring you back in if there's anything in here. All right, collectors, we had 2 more finds in that same roll. Another one from the 50s, 1957 out of Philly. And I don't come across a lot of these 2009s. Relatively speaking, there weren't a lot minted, so I always pulled them out of circulation. And I haven't come across one in about 5 or 6 boxes. That's pretty cool. Hey collectors, we just finished going through the 10th roll, and as you can see, we have this really crusty 1940 out of Philly, and another one from the 40s, this 1942, also out of Philly. Not the silver, but 2 finds nonetheless, so we'll take them. Hey collectors, we just finished going through roll 11, and we have another find from the 50s, 1958, out of Denver. Hey collectors, we're into roll 12, and we got another find here that just popped right out as I was opening this. We have another one from the 50s, 1953, out of Philly. So we'll add that to the board. And then I'm sure you saw this really weird blue colored one. That caught my eye as well. Probably just painted with nail polish. Yeah, that looks like 1985. Let's take a look underneath the scope. I don't think there's anything special about it, just painted in a weird way. All right, so we'll keep going through the rest of this roll, and I'll bring you back in if there's anything else in here. Hey collectors, we're into roll 15, and we got some interesting looking nickels here by the color on the side. It could just be old and damaged. They could be new and damaged. But I'm hoping this is a war nickel. And no, it does not appear to be. It is from 1953, so we do have another find. And we'll put that up here. Thought with the discoloration we might have had a wartime nickel. And we'll go through this a bit more. Probably not wartime nickel, probably just discolored like the other one. But I'll pull you in if it is one. Well, we're still in roll 15, and we found 3 more finds. So the total of 4 in that roll. not wartime nickels, but we have this pretty decent looking 1940 out of Philly. We have this 1954 out of Denver. And we have this 1958 also out of Denver. So we got a couple more finds from the 50s and one more from the 40s. Nothing from the 30s yet. Let's get these a little bit cleaned up. So we got 8 from the 50s and we have 4 from the 40s. And we got a lot more to go. All right, we're into roll 17 and we found this 1955. Let's hope it's out of Philly because we need that. And it's not. It's out of Denver. Much more common than the Philly one. Philly one would have been a great find. But hey, we'll take this anyway. And it goes up on the board. Hey, collectors. Roll 18 had another find. 1940. Out of Philly. Just finished going through roll 19. Had this really nice looking 1964. Which I think will be a upgrade in my other album. So I'm going to pull this aside. Pretty nice looking. Hey, collectors, I just opened up roll 20. And as I was fanning it out, I came across a few finds. Like this 1952 out of Philly. And this 1946 also out of Philly. We'll see if there's anything else lurking in here, but 2 finds in roll 20. We'll add them to the pile. All right, well, here we are into roll 23, and this was the 1940 ender, but it actually was a 1946 ender. Still another find. We'll open it up, see what else is hiding in here. And here's the 1946 out of the roll, and it is from Philadelphia. 1 year after silver. Hiding 2 coins behind the 1946 is this 1953. And this one is out of Philadelphia. So 2 finds in the roll, and I've only looked at 3 coins. Hey, collectors, I just opened up roll 23, and right away we got another find here, 1947. Let's see where it's made out of. Out of Philly. All right, we got another 40s find. And we'll keep going through this. A few coins later in the same roll, we have another 1941. This one is from Philadelphia. So here we are into roll 25. And as you can see, a bunch of different colored looking nickels here. But none of them have been silver so far. So I'm not expecting these to be silver. But we'll look together. This is from a gunky one from the 70s. Another gunky one. Probably from the 80s would be my guess. 79. All right, so continue to get some skunky looking nickels. We'll see if there's anything else in here. Well, we just finished going through roll 27, and we have another find from the 50s. Another 1959 out of Philly. Hey, we're into roll 28, and we got an interesting looking one here. Wonder if that's a foreign coin. Oh, it is. All right, we have a euro. Worth more than 5 US cents, but I can't spend it here. But hey, it's pretty cool. And where exactly is this from? I haven't seen this design before. Not familiar with it. Maybe Spain? I don't know. Nice looking coin. Anyway, we'll go through these and see if there's anything else in here that's cool. And we're into roll 29, and we have another foreign coin here. This time a Canadian nickel. Should really start an album, I think. 1986. All right, and continuing with roll 29, we got 2 more finds. 1957. Out of Denver. Need to take a look at that underneath the microscope. And need to focus, too. Yep, that's out of Denver. And we got another 1955. And this one is out of Denver as well. And this 55 out of Denver, unfortunately, I need the Philly one. And that's kind kind of a semi-key with only just over 8 million produced. But lots of these Denver ones were created. So anyway, 2 more finds. We'll go into roll 30. As we're going through roll 41, we have another find. A little crusty, 1941 out of Denver. And not a bad looking 64. Yeah, actually quite a lot of wear. It's got a decent shine. That's not one of the finds that I'll keep, but this 41 I will. And we'll keep looking in here for more. Well, we got another find. This one was in roll 32. And this is a 1946. A lot of wear with some luster left. But let's see what mint this is out of. That's Denver. All right, so we got another find from the 40s, a 46D. We'll see if we need that for the album. Hey, collectors, I just opened up roll 33, and a friender, one below the end, we got a Buffalo nickel. And, oh, gee, really, really hard to see a date. I'll have to put this under the microscope. Yeah, let me take a look at this a little bit better. Hopefully we don't have to nicodate it. Okay, so this is not a type 1. It's not the raised ground. This is type 2, which would place this after 1913. I don't see a mint mark. Let's get underneath my magnifying scope and see if we can get a date. Otherwise, we may have to nicodate it. Okay. Well, the first 2 would be a 1 and a 9. And I'm thinking that's a 2. So it's a 1920 something. Possibly a 28. So I'd hate to nicodate it. Let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? At this angle, it looks like maybe 1925 or 1926. I don't know if you can see it when I tilt it this way, as opposed to straight on. But yeah, I'm going to say this is a 1926 nickel, Buffalo nickel. I should be, this is kind of amazing. What a great find. Wow. All right, and there's a lot more to go through. We have another find out of roll 35, 1958 out of Denver. Well, I just opened up roll 36, and there are a number of finds right away. So we have this 1941 out of Philly. We have this 1946 on top of what looks like a pretty nice 1964 out of Philly. I think there was a couple back here that look pretty old too. 1948 out of Philly. And let's see what this one is. 1952 out of Philly. So wow, a lot of finds in this one roll. And a really nice looking 1964. Some contact marks out of Philly. We'll see if this is an upgrade. I'm not thinking it is, but I'll pull it aside anyway. And wow, that was a pretty cool roll so far, and I haven't really paid attention to what else is in here. But we got 4 more finds, 3 from the 40s. I'll bring you back in if there's anything else in here. We had a couple more finds in roll 37. 1940, I think this might be the earliest one, out of Philly. And a 1947 out of Philly. Lots of Phillies in this hunt. 2 more rolls left. Let's see if we can find more goodies. 2 more finds out of roll 39. 1947 and 1948. Both out of Philly. Lots of 40s finds in this hunt. Hey collectors, we're going to do a quick wrap up before I see if we have anything for the album. So we found 16 from the 50s, 18 from the 40s. We found a Buffalo nickel, 3 Canadians, a Euro, 2 very high quality 1964s that may be potential upgrades for my album. Not the albums we're going to be looking at today, which ended 1961, as well as a 2009, which are hard to find. This is a pretty good hunt considering that I only hunted 40 rolls and a full box is 50 rolls. All right, so let me get this cleaned up. I'm going to see if we have anything for the 2 albums. We're down to the hardest ones to find. Not sure we got any positions today, but we'll take a look and I'll bring you in if they are.